rocket like rocket fuel.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, ready. 57's right. Here we go, here we go.
A first carry now for Jordan Howard. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Locke throwing on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. They'll set up a screen for Breida. Got some room at the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. They run for it with Breida. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They go play action with Brissett. Sliding out of the pocket. He completes it to Jones.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Herb Smith Jr., his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Let's go!
The Browns drive about to get started. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On first down, here's Breida. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. On second down, a run with Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Let's go. 10 Lobo. Watch my board. Night, sweetheart.
From the gun on third down, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
Here we go.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Here comes Grant on the return. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. This is Elliott. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line. On play action, Brissett under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nickel Roby-Coleman, a sack off the corner.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
He's going to take off with it. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
Brissett sets to throw it. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Too little, Cupcake.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Breida. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Keep playing the Let's get it.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Hey, seam 6. Watch Mike. Ready? Go.
Here we go on 4th down with Locke. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. X3, 218, chop it. Big grip, big grip.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there. Threw it behind him. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
They're not ready for this.
Running from the gun with Howard. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens 37. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The Browns on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And Howard stops short. He didn't get there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check, go.
On 4th down, it's Howard. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
You can't block me.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Let's go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. The early games going on here around the NFL. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography, we're big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in. Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Jordan Howard, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brissett. That's going to be caught by Samuel. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. On 1st and 10, Brissett. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett. Caught by Jones. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Play fake. Brissett. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. The return after a punt of 39. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Lock now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the hard. Check 13. Shoot.
Shotgun snap to Locke. He sets to fire deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
The kick by Sanders is good. And that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
On 2nd and 10, Brissett, and this one complete to Smith. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Throwing, Brissett. Flush to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack here, 2nd and 11.
Hey, come on, no, come on, no.
Brissett. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Matt Breida, 89 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check. Whip. Watch the whip. Why? Get wet.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, He ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The throw right sideline here is complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 36, 36. Watch that.
Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on fourth down. Brissett to throw for it on fourth. Open man is Samuel, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On second down, here's Locke. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. To throw on third down. Locke trying to lay one up deep. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Returnable for Grant. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
Brissett to throw on first. It's caught. Smith. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brissett, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
To throw, Brissett. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
A gain of 13 yards. It's
Brissett on 3rd and 2. Flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Running with Elliott. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Brissett on 1st down. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
He was covered by Malcolm Butler.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
On 2nd down, Brissett again. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Chandler Jones, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brissett under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chandler Jones, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On play action, Brissett. He's got Smith here. Now they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on.
He's got daylight. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Matt Breida, 77 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Jason Sanders for the extra point.
He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They go play action here on first down. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup. Brissett now. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Soft through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll run from the pistol with Howard. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. From midfield, here's Locke. He's got Sanu. Past the 20, and all the way down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They look to throw. It's Locke. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jordan Howard, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Brissett, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. On 3rd down, Brissett. And this one complete to Smith. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Watch twist. Out, 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 out. Yup. Motion. 58's the mic, 58's the mic.
Now Brissett on 4th down. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Brissett now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Play fake, Brissett. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime,